Hey, welcome back to Arcanum. So, things are progressing. We've got Tolo Underhill with us, who's only level 30, so not much use. Zan's gonna be way more useful since she is level 50. And we're trying to get to Thanatos. We don't have to because we're on the evil path, but apparently it is possible to do both paths, and I'm interested. So let's go to Stringy Pete's Cove, trying to get his ship for ourselves. Alternatively, we can just buy one in Blackroot. Oh, another back. I've got another bounty hunter. This is getting tiresome. You have bullets, which I want, and you also have arrows. Let's buy them.
What is it?
We want to make sure Zan doesn't run out.
What is it?
Oh, damn. Zan machine gunning arrows. He has a higher rate of fire than me, and I've got a gun. We really need to be careful she doesn't run out of arrows. The ruby ring of Geshtiana. Okay, sure. Big wooden object. It looks like a boat to me. Stringy Pete, level 50. Ooh la la. You see a spirit in front of you. It is a skeleton, dressed in tattered rags and a large black hat, and wielding an evil looking saber. Its eyes glow with an unholy light. Arr! Who be treading upon me grave? Who be trying to get their hands on me treasure? Prepare to die, ye land-loving goat bugger. No one sees the evil eye of old Stringy Pete and lives. So what do we do? Should we try to fight him? Yeah, you better get yourself out of here. Leave now, or I'll catch you up for bait and feed you to the sharks. I'm just here to borrow your boat. Me boat? I care for me wife less than this boat. Why in the name of all that's unholy would I give you me boat? You're speaking gibberish, and I had more than a thick earful of it. The soul as tormented as me own has got little patience for the blubberings of the living. You'll not hear it again. I'm reading the world of your curse. The unholy fire in the peats. I sockets. The peat burns even more brightly. You think you have what it takes to tangle with old stringy Pete, do you, lassie? If you do, then run your mouth one more. You were a coward in life? I see no difference now. They ended up surrounding me, which isn't great, because I don't have anything to restore. Oh, well, I guess I could use the cure-alls to restore my fatigue. That's the problem here. The pirate skeletons are way tougher than Pete. Tolo's not doing much, alas. Rally is hitting them sometimes. That's not nothing. Unfortunately, when their fatigue goes into the negative, it doesn't actually seem to do anything. I need to take out one of these skeletons so that I can get out of this situation I'm in. Tolo's actually doing better than Virgil. That's one down. Man, they are determined to surround me. They're only going for me. They don't care about my companions. Which in a way is good. Means I don't have to worry all that much about them. They'll be fine. Now technically you can get the boat without killing Stringy Pete and his crew by doing a series of quests for him. But I think those quests increase your alignment, which I don't want to do right now. Killing the crew is a much bigger challenge and will actually take less time. Oops, they're starting to attack my companions. Zan, what the heck were you doing? seems she sometimes just feels the need to go off for a bit to clear her hair, clear her head.
Seriously hurt, madam. Please help me.
Oh, she resurrected Virgil. Neat. Very handy to have her around. I'm so glad that I recruited her.
Hurt, madam. Please help me.
Unfortunately, nothing I can do now.
I've been seriously hurt, madam. Please help me.
Almost all of them are down. There's only one left. And he's unarmed.
What is it you need?
Dan? You wanna... Yeah. Put some clothes on.
Yes.
Everything seems okay here. Everyone picking up stuff. How nice. We can use the boat now. And we've got storage space. And the car. Do not be afraid, Martinica Boom. You speak, but you are a machine. I am not going to hurt you. Okay, who are you? Or what are you? You look like a machine, but your voice is like the voice of a woman? Yes. Hear my story. It was almost 950 years ago. I was the most beautiful woman Arcanum had ever seen. A great elf mage fell in love with me. I joined him, and he showed me the wonderful ways of magic. We were deeply in love. Please continue. Alas, after 10 years passed, he left me. Why? What happened? I I grew old and he did not find me beautiful anymore. You see, he truly did not love me. He only loved my beauty. When the first wrinkles appeared, he left me. He was only seeking the perfect beauty, not the perfect love. And what did you do? I was hurt beyond words. I almost went insane. In my desperation, I believed that there was a way for me to become an elf, to live as long as an elf and regain the beauty of youth and the love that I had lost. An old and now forgotten school of magic existed back then. This magic was extremely unreliable, and it dealt with reincarnation. I killed myself. After my death, three of the most powerful magi of that time cast the spell of reincarnation on me. Instead of becoming an ageless self, I was transformed into this machine. What went wrong? I do not know for sure, but it had something to do with nature restoring the balance. My excessive study of magic and the ritual broke the natural tech magic balance, and nature responding with the only way she knew. She restored the balance by turning me into a machine. Uh. Huh. Okay. Is there a way to break this spell? There may be, but. But what? Only in a place far from the land of Arcanum will this spell break. And you believe that I can take you to that place? Yes. Through my study of magic, I can see visions. I believe that you will go to a place far away from the land of Arcanum. Why do you want to break the spell? You seem to be able to live forever in this form. Unfortunately, the spell is starting to lose its potency. His potency. Nothing except the gods can persevere forever. I can feel it. My metal has started to deteriorate slowly but surely. And if you break the spell, then I am confident that I will return in the human form in the age of 30. How convenient! I will be able to marry, have children, and a family with a human this time. I will grow old and die, but I will die happy knowing that my children live on. Sure. I am not sure that I believe you. Look then, I can briefly show to you my true self as I used to be, but look carefully because I can do this only once. Okay, perhaps you are telling the truth, and now what? Ramona, please take me with you. I do not know if we are ever going to a place far of Arcanum, but you are welcome to come with me. That's the portrait for the car? Okay. Hey, can use this to carry stuff. What sort of things can you make, car? Nothing. She's level 35. Can we use you as a bed car? Apparently, yes. You seem to be made from a strange material. Since the ritual, my willpower and the laws of nature are locked in a strange battle inside my body. Strange things can happen because of this. As an example, sometimes I disappear inside other items. Okay, sure. That's a way to explain weird visual glitches. While this would hurt other beings, in my current state, it does not hurt me at all. And I can also float over water. I'm being mean. Okay, sure. You move in a strange way. Since I have become an inflexible object, I am casting the spell Spatial Distortion in order to move. I do not need to use fatigue in order to cast it, and you do not see the spell effects. Why and how do you change size? Since I have become a unique artifact, many different mages and technologists have been hunting me down. In order to protect myself, I kept a low profile and learned to use a special version of the spell Shrink. That way people think that I am some kind of toy and leave me alone. Plants and objects disappear near you when you are big. I know that this sounds weird, but I am actually eating those items. They provide me with fuel and nourishment. Eating them gives me power and makes me strong. Unfortunately, I cannot use this ability to help you in combat. Monsters and humanoids are unaffected. Okay, sure. All these chests seem to be empty. Fine, let's use the boat. At long last. Let's go to Thanatos. There seems to be something here already on arrival. The Bow of Thunder God. Is that better?
What is it?
Nope. Doesn't seem like it. Alright, fine. Let's look around. Lair of the Bogoroth. I think that's somewhere we need to go next. Now, they said we had to go to the southernmost tip of the land. Oh, even here, wilderness traders. Let's just go along the shoreline, see if we find anything. Land bridge. Ring of Albric. Nothing really of any use here. Oh, I'll take these.
What is it you need?
This is big area. I don't remember this one.
Yeah.
Where's the gun?
What is it you...
Don't tell me it was destroyed. No. Okay. Ooh. Let's not go in this direction. I want to check the other directions first. do we have a new quest because of the car? While the car is with you, your party will be able to avoid encounters with most of the monsters that plague Arcanum in the world map. If you feel the need to cleanse Arcanum of some of those monsters, you should try to leave the car behind for a while. However, you may find that leaving the car behind is a difficult thing to do. It may be wise to tell the car to wait only while your party is in the main deck of the ship. Cause translation, because I couldn't make it work properly otherwise. If the spell that has transformed Ramona to a car ever breaks, then everything in the car inventory will be destroyed and will be replaced by the items that Ramona was carrying before the ritual. Okay, we'll keep that in mind. We're close to a level up. Not that it matters all that much. Bullet. Now what? I don't know where to go from here. There does not seem to be a way out here. Let's look around. Ah, here.
What do you want of me? I did not choose to live on this island for its ambience. I chose it so I wouldn't have to entertain fools. Leave me be.
Calm down, I'm not here to bother you. I'm looking for a grave.
That is quite the fool's journey just to find someone's dead body. I'm afraid to ask, but whose grave would you be looking for?
I'm looking for the final resting place of Nasruddin.
Of course. Searching for the great Nasruddin. Ha! The great Nasruddin. What was so great about him? Damned fool, if you ask me.
You seem fairly bitter towards the old chap.
What? How dare you, old man? Do you have any idea who you're talking about? Nasruddin was the wisest and most benevolent elf in the history of Arcanum. He saved us all, and that includes you. So I recommend you keep your comments to yourself.
Oh? And you think you know about Nasruddin, young man? Who are you to tell me about that old worthless elf?
Worthless? Why, I ought to... No, I'm not going to sink to your level, old man. Nasruddin would have had more patience with men of your kind, and so will I. I don't have to defend him.
You still care about the Panari religion, Virgil, after everything we've done?
Oh, of course you don't have to defend him, young man. The old elf was completely incorrigible. There's no defense whatsoever for individuals of such low character as he. You've chosen well not to waste your words on the likes of Nasruddin.
You're testing my patience, old man. Another bad word about Nasruddin, and it might just be the last one you say on both feet. Do we understand one another?
I think the game has its wires crossed on good Virgil and bad Virgil.
Your robes. They remind me of someone I once met many years ago. I can't remember the young man's name, but he was part of some religion. The Panari, I think it was called. Are you also of the Panari, young man?
Yes, I am of the Panari. I am Virgil, a new acolyte, but strong in my beliefs. Who are you?
You call yourself one of the defenders, and you don't know who I am?
Oh my. Master, please forgive me. I didn't know. I mean, I thought you had been reborn. Greetings, great Nasruddin.
What? You're Nasruddin?
I would say in all my glory, but I'm afraid I haven't any left.
But you're Nasruddin. You saved the world from Aronnax.
No. I delivered the world to Aranax. I put in place the system that he felt was his for the taking. I even imparted my elven arrogance to him. I must bear full responsibility for his actions.
A bit dramatic, don't you think? Aronnax's actions were his own.
You do not understand. He was my son. I taught him everything. Only to see him be carried away by his youthful temper. I should have seen it. There must have been a way to stop him before it came to what it did.
I've heard all the legends. Can you tell me what really
It
happened?
started in the Age of Legends. I was young, headstrong. I thought I could take on the world, and I did. I fought the good fight to protect the lesser races, as I arrogantly called them, from the chaos that raged everywhere. Dragons, demons, evil sorcerers, I fought them all and won. And this all before even the days of the Elven Council.
How did the Elven Council come about?
I gathered a group of idealistic mages together, and we created an Elven Council, for the good of all. We really believed that. For a time, I suppose it was even true. I really believe things began to change when we discovered a way to banish things from this plane of existence.
Why?
It was the ultimate weapon. Once something was banished from this plane of existence, it could never return. With ultimate power comes ultimate responsibility, and ultimate corruption. We were quick to use it on new and ever more terrible threats, the Bane of Kree, Krakatur, Gorgoth, Kurgan.
So how did Aronnax fit into all this?
Sometime during all this heroic carnage, my son came of age. I quickly ushered him into the council, amidst some of the others' protest about his young age and inexperience. And then it all came crashing down upon me. Look, are you certain you really want to hear all this self-pitying drivel?
Of course. So what did Aronnax actually do that was so terrible?
He felt himself betrayed when the council condemned his actions. He showed no remorse. In his arrogance, he was sure he would be vindicated. I cast the deciding vote to banish my own son. If I must die, I will be the last, he screamed as he hurled the spell that brought an end to the Council, the Age of Legends, and my will to live. It was a harsh dawn that morning on the plains of Brodgar, and it was there in the shadow of the Black Spire that our armies met in the most terrible battle that Arcanum has ever seen.
So we've seen this cutscene, but this is how we see it on the good path. Lord of the Rings has nothing on this.
As the sun set, only 4 of us were still alive to witness the destruction we had brought to pass. I found Aranax among the corpses of our decimated armies, and it was there that I condemned my own son to the void. It was only through our combined might that Aranax was subdued, and I watched my own son fall into the horror of the void. But such was the fury and power unleashed by this conflict that the very fabric of reality was torn asunder. With our remaining energy, we were able to seal the rift with powerful wards, and the Ring of Brodgar still stands today as a monument to my son's destructive pride and my own unforgivable failure. When I regained consciousness, I was on the shore of Thanatos. I'd regained just enough energy to seal myself in a regenerative shell. I remained that way for 1,000 years. No one had ever stayed in a shell for anywhere near that amount of time. Somehow my magical hibernation extended my life much beyond that of even the most powerful elven mages.
Why have you hidden yourself here for 1,000 years?
The world out there is not mine. It only serves to remind me of my failure. Everyone I knew, everything I held dear is gone. I myself should have died long ago. Besides, I do not fancy being worshipped as a god.
You know about the Panari?
I'm well aware of the whole Panari tomfoolery, yes. When I emerged from my regenerative state, I traveled to the mainland. I suppose I thought I could somehow live among the world again. After I spoke with that Mannix fellow, I knew I was deluding myself.
Did he tell you how the Panari began?
He did not know much. Mostly some fanciful notions mixed with bits and pieces of history. As near as I was able to put together from speaking with him, Kryn Urden, the last surviving member of the Council, started the Panari simply to maintain the wards, to periodically strengthen them, as it were.
Did you tell Manox who you were?
After I listened to his insane beliefs, or it seemed like ours, I hinted that I had actually known Nasruddin. He was already too far gone. He would not have believed any of my protests or denials of my godhood. He most likely would have interpreted the whole thing as some sort of test, I suppose.
They believe I am your reincarnation.
I pity you, then. I received a taste of their hero worship from Mannix, and I can tell you I didn't like the taste of it one bit.
I need your help. Aranax is coming back.
I feel as if I've been waiting to hear those words since I awoke those many years ago. I had hoped it would never come to this. Why, Aranax? Why can't you see the folly of the path you've chosen? What are you going to do about this situation?
What am I going to do? He's your son. What are you going to do?
I fear there is nothing I can do. I am old, tired. I do not believe I could stand up against my son now, even if I could find the heart to try.
How is it that he is still so powerful after all this time?
We do not know what life in the void is like, if it can be even called life. Who knows what sources of power could be found on the other side?
There must be some way to stop him.
I can think of only one possible strategy to defeat him now. You must retrieve the Vendigroth device that was meant to destroy him.
The Vendigroth device. You said Vendigroth was destroyed.
And so it was, above ground. There are many catacombs and tunnels lying beneath the surface. Some of the members attempted to retrieve it to use against Aranax, but they never returned. We were forced to battle him without it, and you know the consequence of that.
I don't want to tell him right away that we have the device. What does the device do?
Extremely powerful mages have the ability to regenerate themselves whenever they are badly hurt, as I did. If one is powerful enough to hurt a master sorcerer gravely, the mage will retreat into his regenerative shell and emerge stronger than ever. The device is the only way known to disrupt the regenerating shield.
And disrupting the field kills the mage
Quite
within.
so. The technology of the device is designed to disrupt the field in such a way as to cause the shell to drain the life force instead of regenerating it. Quite gruesome to contemplate, actually. Further, it is said that one who is killed in this manner is forever separated from this world, with no chance of being returned magically or otherwise.
How can I find this
You must
device?
search the ruins of Vendigroth in the wastes where the city once lay.
Where can I find the ruins?
I do not know exactly. Those days are long past, and with them a better part of my memory, I'm afraid. All I know is that at one point Vendigroth and its settlements spread out over that whole area, now known as the Wastes. There was a bridge leading into the Vendigroth province. Here,
Why don't you retrieve the device?
I must conserve what little remains of my energy to banish you to the void once you have retrieved the device. The banishment spell is rarely performed by a single mage. Its power requirement is so great.
Hold on a moment. You are going to banish me.
Certainly. If we were to wait for Aranax to breach the wards, I fear the loss of life would be immeasurable.
It seems everything has fallen to me once
The
again.
irony of all this is not lost on myself. One might almost believe the prophecies to be true. It does appear that you are instrumental in halting this cataclysm. If only this were not necessary. I had hoped if Aranax ever returned, he would have realized the error of what he had done.
Judging from my encounter with him, I'd say he had not.
Yes. It is obvious to me that he has committed himself to a path which can only end in his destruction. What do you want of me? I did not choose to live I'm no one of any importance.
What?
What?
We're repeating the whole dialogue.
Oh my.
It was some... He felt himself betrayed. When I regained consciousness, I was on the shore of Thanatos. I'd regained... Whose tale of woe would you like to have recounted? Gorgoth's is a simple tale, though disturbingly common in the age of legends. He was a mindless beast with an insatiable appetite. He had a liking for halflings, if I recall correctly. Bringing him low took quite a fierce battle, though a mindless one. We could think of nothing to do with him, so we banished him to the void to keep him from wreaking any more havoc. What is it that is troubling your thoughts? Whose tale of woe would you like to have recounted?
How about Kurgan?
Kurgan was a member of the council. The only human one, in fact. He was a dabbler, he was, always experimenting and searching for new magics. His discovery of the necromantic arts was the beginning of the end for him. The council took a dim view of magics that had the ability to manipulate the very life force of a being, and we bade him to stop any further inquiries in that area.
Assuming he didn't?
Totally disregarded our warnings and continued his ghastly experiments. Aranax was assigned to investigate, and turned up the rather disturbing details. Kurgan had been stealing corpses and experimenting with their life forces. What was infinitely more disturbing to me, though, was the vehemence of Aranax's drive to have Kurgan banished rather than simply exiled.
Why did his attitude trouble you?
Our mission was to impartially judge, to rule for the common good, regardless of our personal feelings. Aranax did not even attempt to hide his hatred of Kurgan. Worse, I always suspected that Aranax's hate was based more on the fact that Kurgan was a human on the Elven Council than on the facts of the case.
Did you not think that Kurgan's crimes warranted his
I
banishment?
believe our decision was the correct one. It is just that there is a proper way to conduct oneself, and Aranax was neither unbiased nor objective. I began to have serious misgivings about his membership on the Council after this. The whole Vendigroth situation exploded shortly afterwards, before I could come to a decision about Aranax's role on the Council.
How was Kurgan experimenting with his victim's life force?
Kurgan was pulling their spirits back from the other side to attempt to communicate with them, experimenting in different ways to perfect his resurrection magic, and worst of all, casting their life force out of the bodies once again. What is it that is troubling your thoughts? Whose tale of woe would you like to have recounted?
What about the Bane of Kree?
The Bane of Kree. Bringing him to justice was what established my reputation as a warrior, which eventually led to legends surrounding me which I had no control over. The Bane was a nomad warrior who was able to gather together nearly all the ancient nomadic tribes and create a vicious army out of them. I became involved when he slaughtered the army of Kree.
What happened then?
His legendary courage failed him. When faced with certain defeat, he lost his mind and fled back to Kree. He had his army slaughter every man, woman, and child in his desperation. I do not know what he hoped to accomplish by this. When I caught up with him, I was overcome by a bit of the madman myself. I banished him single-handedly in my fury, which is not an easy thing to do, even then. What is it that is troubling? Whose tale of... Krakatoa was a conniving coward who found a way to turn himself into a twisted monster, half man and half dragon. In this form, he terrorized cities and villages, killing their inhabitants and burning them to the ground. After a colossal battle and his defeat at the hands of the Council, he cried and begged us not to banish him. Pathetic.
Interesting. So we need the Vendigroth device now. But does this mean we can now go to Tala? Looks like we have to walk all the way back. It's weird. I'm pretty sure you should have mentioned the city of Tala to me.
What do you want of me? I did. That is quite the fool's journey, just to find someone's dead. What? It was so. He felt. When I regained consciousness, I was on the shore of Thanatos. I'd regained. Someone needs to do something about this situation. But I am too old, and I don't trust you. You are far too evil.
Ah, you can trust me, I assure you.
I would sooner trust Aranax himself. If you wish to gain my trust, you must gamble your life for the cause of good.
What would you have me do?
About 100 years ago, a tribe of primitive humans that lived on this island decided I was a god. They would come all the way down here to give me offerings, no matter how I tried to dissuade them. The last time they tried to come here, they were set upon by the Bogaroth. I happened upon the carnage too late to save them.
And you want me to kill this thing?
If you kill the Bogaroth, I will tell you what you need to do to prevail over Aranax.
I will do it. Where is it?
Let me mark your map with the location.
Okay, so we do this quest, which you only need to do if you're too evil, like at Madness 80. He never asks you to do this quest if you're a good guy. Once you do, he should tell you about Tala, which means the guards will let you in. I can't leave without walking all the way back through the land bridge, this dense tropical forest thingy. It's reminding me of Albion, the 90s computer RPG, not Albion Online. Also started mostly in a tropical jungle type setting. I love that game. It got a little weaker towards the end. The premise was solid, but it was pretty clear they were rushing it by the end. Just trying to wrap it up quickly because they were running out of budget. Let's see if I remember the way back. Not this way. Yep, this looks like an evil beast's lair. It was just a big ape. Didn't even give us enough XP to level up. We're very close, as a matter of fact. Well, anyway, we're done with that, and we can go to... We can't go to Nasruddin's resting place. We have to walk all the way through the land bridge again.
Am I to assume you have rid this world of the evil of the Bogoroth?
Yep, its blood has been shed. Now tell me how to defeat Aranax.
I can think of only one possible strategy to defeat him now. You must retrieve the Vendigroth device that was meant to destroy him. And so it was, above ground. Extremely powerful, quite so. The technology of the device is... You must search the ruins of Vendigroth in the wastes where the city once lay. I do not know exactly. Those days are long past, and with them a better part of my memory, I'm afraid. All I know...
Huh. No, he doesn't tell us about Tala. Interesting. Where would I put this last point? It's a boatload of XP until the next level. I guess I'll put it in smithing. Maybe, just maybe, I'll still get enough XP to get one more level so I can make the Helmet of Vision. Oh wow, that cut my alignment down to minus 32. That's impressive. Just for killing a monster that isn't really hurting anyone in the middle of a deserted island. Let's see, we'll go to Tala. If they still don't let us in, then I don't know. We'll just tell Nasruddin we have the device, and that's it. Let's go to Ashbury. Nice day. Might I ask who you are? I am Waldo Rubin, the renowned halfling adventurer. At your service, madam. What are you doing out here, Waldo? Why, adventuring, of course. What better place to explore than the dreaded wastes of Vendigrad? Have you seen any cities out in the wastes, perhaps? Well, it's pretty empty out there, and I haven't been here exploring all that long. But I found this one city way out in the wastes, surrounded by shifting sands. No roads lead into or out of the place. There was no obvious entrance, so I climbed the surrounding wall. From that vantage, I could see the whole place. Anyone living there? Yeah, there were a lot of people inside. Lots of different races. Everyone was wearing robes and acting very polite and all. Did you go inside? No, I climbed back down and left. Bigger folk have their own ways, and I won't be disturbing them. Would you please show me where it is on the map? I do not know. Perhaps if you did something for me first. What would that be? I found a very interesting device on the foray near here. He holds up a rather small, peculiar item. You look at it. For you to look at. I found this in some old ruins out in the wastes. Trouble is, it is missing a part. It doesn't work as it is. I'm listening. I will mark your map if you bring me a part for the device I showed you. I think I need a little metal sprocket that fell off near the wreckage. Will you do this? Okay. Where can I find these ruins? Great, here is the location of the ruins. Return with the part when you have it. So, but I think we have to do this to trigger the guard letting us inside Tola. I'm not sure. Oh, anyway. There's lizards. Tiny dead claws. Lovely.
What is it you need?
What did you pick up? Here you go. I think this is what you wanted. It's heavy. Dang. Have the part you wanted? That's great. Give it to me and I will mark your map. Okay, I have marked the location of the city on your map. Join with me and we will travel to the desert city together. No thanks, madam. I prefer to adventure alone. Okay, sure. Now, what is this dark elf cat? Kan Hua told us about this one, I think. Oh. A guy drops dead when we arrive. Vendigrad Journal. December 3 arrived in the wastes today. I've never seen such desolation. A strange malady has befallen my comrades and myself. Nothing to be overly concerned with, just an uneasiness of the stomach. We do not know what this may be. Another day of fruitless wandering. Will this never end? There are times when I feel I cannot stand being away from the forest another day. I've sent a scout back to report to Kanhua on our lack of progress, my hope being that this ludicrous search will be called off and we may return home. The scout has returned, and the news is not good. We have been commanded to stay out here until we find the mythical ruins. Is this to be the death of us? All we have discovered in this god-forsaken place is misery. Though it is little comfort, We now know why we have taken Hill. There seems to be a natural aspect of this area that drains the magic energies. Perhaps that is why technology developed here first. Strange, I'm not noticing anything about that. Rko has been driven over the edge of sanity by these featureless wastes. He returned from his patrol today, screaming of monsters and demons intent on devouring him. He refused to continue the search with us, so he has been sent back to Tsenang. It seems that Rko was not so insane after all. We encountered heretofore unimaginable beasts on our search today, and 3 of our compatriots were killed. My request to abandon this insanity has once again been denied. We have spied a possible sign of the elusive ruins, but it appears still a day's travel away. It is hard to determine travel time or distance on such a vast plain as the wastes, with no hills or trees to use as landmarks, just emptiness as far as the eye can see. It took us longer to reach the ruins than I had anticipated, and the feeling of sickness became stronger as we drew near. We have sent word back to base camp, to then be relayed back to Kanhua of our success. I am losing comrades at an incredible rate. Our attempts to penetrate into the subterranean depths have met with disaster. It seems the deeper one goes into the ruined city, the more extreme and dangerous the monstrosities become. I am giving the team 2 days to rest, and then I am leading an assault on the ruins myself. I do not know what the date is, nor do I care any longer. I curse Khan Hua and his obsession with the cursed Vendigroth device. I am dying. I cannot even describe the unspeakable horrors that were waiting for us in the depths. I alone survived the onslaught, though it left me mortally wounded. I welcome death. I could not live with the memories of the horrors done to my comrades. Even now, I can see the horror on their faces. I have dragged myself back to the base camp to warn others to stay away, but they are all dead as well, killed by some wandering horror of the wastes. They have been dead for weeks. I know now my last message never reached the outside to warn others. There is no one left. Talk about a suicide mission. Well, we don't need to go to the ruins. We've already been there. Oh. So we can have the car teleport us back to the ship. That's very interesting. Certainly something we can abuse. So this is an arcane shield, and this is a charmed shield. Mystic sword, arcane sword, arcane helmet.
Yes.
I think you can have the arcane helmet.
What is it you need?
Reaper's Axe. Okay, neat. It seems like the car cannot equip weapons, though. Greetings, may I enter? He looks you over for a moment before responding. Ah, it is you. Jorian told us to be expecting you. You may enter. Thank you, but who is Jorian? And what is this place? Jorian the Diviner. He is the Diviner. He is inside waiting for you. Oh, I couldn't read the rest. Okay. Boom. We're in Tala. Greeting, stranger. Your countenance shines brightly from your pure heart. Yeah, my pure heart. Pure doesn't necessarily mean good. They've got a fire elemental. Of course, all the chests are magically sealed. Now, there's only one quest to do here. Well, technically, there's the trials you can take to become a master. At a specific school of magic, but we aren't doing magic, so that one's useless. There's just the well quest and the find the cure quest. Hello, sir. Might I ask your name? I am Herzog Monk, apprentice mage in the College of Phantasm. How do you do, madam? Very well, thank you. Might I ask you a few questions, Herzog? Surely. What you need to know? What can you tell me of Tala? Tala? Oh, it's a wonderful place, full of such strange things and interesting people. If only I didn't have to do all of this bloody schoolwork. How's a fellow supposed to enjoy himself if his nose is always in the books? Do you have much schooling left? Oh, not really. A few bothersome papers, some illusionary presentations, nothing all that difficult. Of course, there is the final examination. What does that entail? There's a maze underneath Tala. It was built by an illusionist centuries ago. An old elf by the name of Paul Keen. In order to pass the final exam, I need to retrieve a platinum chalice from the middle of Paul Keen's maze and bring it back to the master illusionist. It's not that I don't think I can do it, it's just that there's so much else I'd rather be doing. Well, no one ever said school was easy. Good luck to you. I say, that's not a very sympathetic attitude. Obviously, you've no idea what pressures I'm subjected to here. Good day to you, ma'am. I'm not gonna do this guy's test for him. The great work, the horrors of technology, mastery of the magical arts. Yeah, these guys, they don't want technology here. I'm surprised they let us in at all. Oh, nice little dining area they've got here. Are you Jorian? This old, wizened figure doesn't react to your approach. You cannot be certain he has even seen you. Excuse me? Ah, it is the Wanderer. You are here to speak with Simeon Thor. I am? A wry smile crosses his face. He continues as if you had not spoken. Before you may see him, you must do something for me first. I need vital information. The fate of Arcanum hangs in the balance. That may be. Okay, tell me what I need to do. Go and gaze upon the mural in the main hall. It is near a glowing circle on the floor. I am certain you must have passed it on your way in here. And then you may enter to see Simeon Thor. That's it? Go look at the mural? But why? Because that is what you are to do. Okay, I'll go look at the mural. Mural of Enlightenment. Okay, I've looked at it now. You have seen the mural. Yes, I have. It was very pretty. You may now enter to speak with Simeon Thor. But why did you have me look at the mural? Because that is what you needed to do. I can see this will lead nowhere. Good day. Mr. Simeon, hello.
You've come seeking information?
Nasruddin has sent me to find the location of the Vendigroth route.
You are a practitioner of technology.
How does that matter?
And you claim you have seen Nasruddin? I am meant to believe that not only is he still alive, he would use a technologist as his emissary?
Uh-oh. These guys really don't like technology. Hey, funny thing. Look at all these little windows he has open here. Are these like... This is Stillwater. This is the crashed ship on the Isle of Despair. Is this the Ring of Brodgar? So has this guy been spying on me this whole time?
And he told you to find Vendigroth? Your story rings true, despite its implausibility. I do not have the information you seek, regardless.
Who can help me then?
Pelosian. Pelosian is the only one who can answer that question for you.
Where can I speak with this Pelosian?
How is the question, not where. Pelosian is dead. Has been for 1,000 years.
Okay then. How do I speak with him?
No one knows. Since his death, he has appeared above Pelosian's pool every night at midnight. He floats there for an hour and then fades away. No one has ever been able to coax him to speak. You must find a way to bring his voice forth.
All right. Do you have... Who was this Pelogian?
Pelogian, clairvoyant artist, poet, founder of Tula, and above all, master of summoning.
What can you tell me about
Hearing
his...
tales of him in my youth is what led me to summoning, actually.
Okay. What can you tell me about his art?
He was an artist of great talent. His paintings are said to help those who meditate on them become closer to achieving oneness. His best work, in my opinion, is the aptly named Mural of Enlightenment.
Right, the very pretty mural we saw. Jorian sent me to see that mural before he would let me in here.
Really? That's interesting.
Who is that Jorian fellow anyway?
Jorian is the master of divination here in Tula. A bit of a clairvoyant in him there is. Jorian never has anyone do anything for no reason. Of that you can be certain. He knows more than he is letting on, I feel.
Well, I'll go speak with him further then.
It will do you no good. He has revealed everything he is going to. And if I know him, it was not very much.
What is the mural meant to represent? No one knows really. The largest symbol is thought to possibly represent a lost college of magic, but no one can say for sure. What can you tell me about his poetry then?
His poetry was a bit overwhelming for most, much less lyrical than his paintings. The poems seem to reveal his inner self in a way few could understand. We don't know his poetry firsthand. Sadly enough, his works have been lost to us. All we have are others' writings about it.
So the answer to making him speak could be in his poetry.
Perhaps.
I need some sort of clue to go on. Where do I start looking?
That is not the way this works. The path is yours to tread, no one else's.
You mentioned that he was clairvoyant.
Yes, that is why I believe that. Even had he not seen the ruins that you seek with his own eyes, he will be able to give you the answers that you seek. It is believed that his writings and his paintings foretold future events. In fact, much of what he has prophesied has come to pass.
What things has he foretold?
He saw many things, things that most refused to believe.
That's impressive. I can't understand their disbelief.
I appreciate your humor, but all I can tell you is that things are the way they need to be.
You said he was the founder of Tula.
Pelogian was born to great wealth, but his spirit was that of a wandering mystic. It would not allow him to live a life of leisure. When in his travels he found only arrogance, greed, and the thirst for power among the sorcerers of his day, it troubled his soul greatly. He wandered out into the wasteland, and it was here that he found what he was looking for.
What was he looking for?
Clarity, a singular consciousness, a place he could start a new philosophy of magic. He gathered young, promising disciples around him and created this marvelous place, a beacon to all those that would pursue the ways of magic with a pure heart.
That's weird, because the Dark Elf wrote in his journal that this place seems to inhibit magic. This is fascinating, but what am I to do now?
Only you can determine that.
Okay.
What questions do you have for me?
See, yes, questions. What are these windows? Are they pictures?
These? No. They are portals to other places, an indulgence. But I find it soothing to gaze through them.
Can they be used to get to those places?
Of course.
Can I use them?
I am afraid not. Someone of your technological aptitude would disrupt the flow of magics involved. It would be deadly, at best.
Okay, so we can't use the portals. Yeah, this is still water. This is Ashbury. Toronto. Isle of Despair. Caledon. The Ring of Broadcar. Funny, so we can go back to the Isle of Despair if we're not technologists? Jorian, do you have anything else to tell us? No. Alright, let's see if we can find the wizard that can cure the werewolf. Greetings, Master. May I ask what college you have mastered? Mistress, I am Ciala, Mistress of Temporal Magic. How do you feel about technology? Technology? It is an insignificant movement among the lesser races. I have seen nothing from these technologists that would even begin to compete with my abilities. It is nothing more than a passing fancy. Okay, thank you for your opinion. This isn't the one. We need the Master of Morph, I believe. Master of the Summoning College. Sumner. His name is Sumner, and he's the Master of Summoning. That cannot possibly be your real name. Can it? No, of course not. However, a Master Mage can call himself whatever he wishes, do you not agree? Besides, I enjoy the reaction my name causes now. Much more so than when I spoke my given name. Tom Smith. Nothing wrong with being named Tom Smith. I think you have made an excellent choice, Mr. Sumner. Let's see. How about you? Master of Phantasm. May I clarify any questions you have? Sir, do you not feel threatened by the advancement of technology? Threatened? Hardly. Someday soon the darkness within the minds of the technologists will be dispelled. Then they will remember that true strength follows the ways of magic, as it has always been and ever shall be. Right. Master of Necromantic White. Do you see technology as a threat? Not at all. Though attractive, technology will never be able to heal the body to the same degree as magic. As people realize this, they will return to accepting magic as the one true method of healing. Sorry, I sneezed. Scared my cat away. He was sitting on the desk. Just bolted out. I'm like that. I get sudden sneezes. Just all of a sudden, there's no way to stop it. Boom. Master of Necromantic Dark. I could have gathered that from the room. Threatened by technology? Ha! What have I to be threatened by? I, who upon a whim can control the very people who create those disdainful contraptions. No, my friend, that madness will certainly pass. Yeah, these guys just aren't worried. They're all the way out here, far away from Tarant. They have no idea what they're doing. No idea what they need to be afraid of. Master of Nature, do you feel threatened by technology? I have heard much of this technology of late. I certainly do not view it as a threat. It seems more like a poor man's magic, if you ask me. It lacks both the strength and the discipline provided by magic. Once people realize this, I doubt that it will exist for long. Oh, the irony. Ah, here we go. Mistress of Morphing Magic. Go go Power Rangers. Do you know anything that will cure a werewolf, mistress? Ah, but of course, lycanthrope restorative will cure a person who has become infected by a werewolf. It is a very difficult potion to create, taking 7 years to prepare correctly. Its making is a closely held secret here in Tulla. May I acquire some? There is a girl in Caledon with the affliction. Ah, but of course. Lycanthrope serum will restore a person who has become infected by a werewolf. It is a very difficult cure to create, taking years to prepare correctly. Its making is a closely held secret here in Tulla. That is expensive. She hasn't told us how much it costs. Well, anyway, here I have the cure. Thank you, Martini Kaboom. Here you are. I pray you are in time and that no one has destroyed the girl you are attempting to help. Good luck. That is all, thank you. I don't know how much money that was. Anyway, we have the potion. We don't even need to talk to anyone else. Master of Meta. Master of Meta, is that Zuckerberg? Well, anyway, what we have to do is do a little puzzle to open up these doors. Or we could just lockpick them. Now, why would we need to go inside them? I'm not certain. Belorgian's Amulet and Verses of the Wanderer Canto 1. Oh. Is this what we were supposed to look for? Okay. All that comes before is rooted in this earth, in this water, in this fire, in the air that surrounds us. Not thought of at last, but as what came first, and the final step before you come to me. So, we start with this symbol, and we end with it. Got it. There is only one step which begins a journey. Wise are they who wear the cloak of truth. Clear is their way, clear is their vision, and clear will be that which they seek. Wait, so this is the first one? Power stands strong, not first above, but just underneath, as all that is raised needs the power to raise it. The tie that binds the first to the last, the first to its child, is the spirit of all, the spirit that calls, and the way much brighter before you. Are there any more buildings I haven't gone into yet? Maybe I'm overthinking this. I just need to have the amulet to speak with the ghost. Huh? Hello? Hmm. Uh-huh. Oh. Well, we're figuring this out. There we go. What? Greetings, traveler. Long have I waited for you to come. What? What do you mean? The signs, traveler. You read them, did you not? The mural of enlightenment, the verses of the wanderer, the objects you have assembled here today. All of these were signs I left for you, and they were also signs for me, so that I would know you when you came. So you knew. All this time you've just been waiting for me. Yes, traveler. I was blessed with the gift of seeing the future, and I knew that someday I would be needed to provide you with answers. So I am here, and you are here. Ask, and I shall answer as best I can. Actually, I had a few questions. Then I shall do my best to answer. Where are the Vendigroth ruins? The Vendigroth ruins? That's very easy, traveler. The apparition points to a place on your map. A place of sorrow, a place of death. What can you tell me about them? Vendigroth was an amazing place, traveler. There are wonders now, here in your time, but I tell you, Vendigroth was a city of marvels and wonders. This thing you call technology? The people of Vendigroth mastered it long before the dwarves. I can't even begin to describe the things they created. But then Aranax became angry with them. He feared technology. Yes, and he annihilated them because of it. Tread carefully in the ruins of old Vendigroth, traveler. The blood of its people still screams for retribution, for revenge. It is an evil place, twisted by pain and fury. Your journey there will not be an easy one. What can you tell me of the Vendigroth device? It was a device they created to destroy him. And destroy him it would have, traveler. If a machine can be thought of as evil, then this Vendigroth device would be called such. What does it do exactly? Put very simply, it severs the soul from this world forever. A person killed with this device can never return to the lands of the living. It is the true and final death, the last step in the dark journey. I'm confused. What role do I play in all of this? Your role is a strange one, traveler. On one hand, you might say that you are merely fate's puppet, destined to play the role given you. But if you look at it another way, it is you and only you that has any choice whatsoever. It is everyone else who dances to the strings. In the end, how you see things is your decision, and your decision only. An interesting viewpoint. I like this concept a lot. If you're going to introduce fate into a story, with everyone's actions being predetermined, introducing a wild card character like the protagonist that has the power to change fate is a very interesting concept. Usually, though, I don't care much for stories with fate. If you can see the future, how does all of this end? Pelogian laughs. I knew you were going to ask that question. Did you really expect an answer? I suppose not. I think that is all. Thank you, Pelogian. Yes, I must go as well. My long vigil is over, and I can finally go to my rest. Fate has not yet chosen, and death himself awaits. Farewell, traveler. Well, we can give this to someone else.
What is it you...
Zan, I value you a lot. Take it. Bolster that defense. We can use this to go to Caledon. I don't want to go to Toronto. I've got a cat horn crystal. Well, okay. Well, now she's not giving us the option to teleport. Very strange. No matter, we're done here. Let's go back to Ashbury, to our ship, and we use it to go to Caledon. So she can only teleport us from encounters in the world map? Or certain maps, anyway. there's the dwarf that's gonna help us sneak into the castle. Neat. Let's give the werewolf cure. Just for the XP. I found the cure for Cynthia. You found it? Where? Where was it? Let me see it. It was in Tulla, as you suspected. The ways of magic will never cease to amaze me. Here, I have been saving, hoping that you would have something to help my Cynthia. Here is 1,000 coin. I hope it will suffice as a reward. He appears overjoyed. I will go give it to her at once. Goodbye, and thank you again. It was a difficult journey. Thank you for the coin. It will help. I would like to personally thank you for killing that awful White Church murderer. We can all walk the streets a bit easier now, we can. Farewell. I'm glad you are well again, Cynthia. You have saved us, Martini Kaboom. Thank you so much. Bless you for your kindness. And we're still technically evil. Good. So, we're gonna leave it here. My current plan... Well, first off, let's drop off these boats. We don't need them anymore. My current plan... We kill the Caledon monarchy, collect our rewards from Mr. Jenks and King Praetor. We start the York Rebellion in Tarrant, and then we go to the Void for the endgame. That seems pretty thorough to me. I think so, at least. Might as well grab the device already. Hopefully Nasruddin won't be too upset with us over us, you know. Killing the country's monarchy. I'm sure he'll be fine. We killed the Bogorot for him. He has to like us. Here we go. This dwarf guy will sneak us inside the castle. Our biggest concern is making sure all of our companions survive. But we've got 4 revives. That should be enough. So that's it. I'll see you next time for the definitely last episode. Bye-bye.